Okay, if I was trying to lean out for summertime to just feel a bit more confident in myself, this is the exact thing that I would do. Now, disclaimer, as you guys know, I am not about diet culture, I'm not about shreds, quick fixes, nothing like that. So this is only for those that are actually actively trying to lose a bit of body fat. You by no means have to lose body fat for summer. The bikini body is the body that wears a bikini at the end of the day. There's no, you have to look a certain way. It's all about feeling a certain way. As long as you feel confident in yourself and you're happy in yourself, then that's completely and totally up to you what you do with you and your body. However, for those that are wanting to just lose a bit of fluff, get a bit leaner, get a bit more toned for summertime, I've broken this down what I believe is as simple as possible for you to follow over the next 12 weeks. It's also realistic and it's also sustainable. Realistic and sustainable is how you actually make something a lifestyle, and not just doing quick fixes, fads, all the rest of it. So this video is coming out in time for summer if you are just looking to spend the next 10 to 12 weeks just making yourself feel the best that you can feel at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. It's all about confidence. It's all about saying, do you know what, I just feel good in myself. And as someone who's currently 3 months postpartum, I cannot believe how good I feel having a baby 3 months ago, and that's because I just feel like my diet and lifestyle is just so on point. Obviously it's not perfect, but I just feel like I've put the effort in to looking after myself that I just feel good. Now obviously I'm not at my goal or anything. I don't feel like I'm as lean as I used to be or have as much muscle mass, but we're going to get there in time. But this video is for those that do just want to try and lean out a bit over summer and just feel your best self. But you absolutely do not have to if that's not your goal, and that is a-okay. So this is in conjunction with my summer programme that's just launched, and we actually officially start on Monday the 27th, so you've got over the weekend to get yourself joined and signed up. I'm going to kind of reference it throughout the video in terms of showing you how I would do things if you are needing it in a visual format. By no means do you have to join my challenge or have to join my app, but it's there, and honestly guys, it is the most spoon-fed way you're going to get to your goals, put it that way. So without further ado, don't like my fake tan. You don't want to eat that. That's not nice. Let's get into the video and break this down as simple as possible as to how you can lean out over the next 12 weeks heading into summertime. Now for reference, I have been skinny fat and then went into a more lean, athletic, muscular shape. Then I have been pregnant and had a baby and done it again. Then I got pregnant again, had a baby and done it again. I also coach girls from all over the world on my app, Plant Fit as well. So we have a lot of credentials here to show you that the formula absolutely works, and it doesn't have to be rocket science, and actually it can be as simple as all the information you already know. You just need it laid out in plain English and follow it to a T. Okay, first things first, we're going to break this down and make it as simple as possible, right? If I was back like 10 years ago with absolutely no clue how to actually achieve the body shape I was after, this is information that I would like to be presented to myself. So we're going to establish our time frame, and our time frame is going to be 12 weeks. We're going to ignore the fact that this is not going to look aesthetic, it's just for educational purposes, okay? So we have 12 weeks and we have our goal, and then we're going to have our plan of action. Ta-da! What is your starting point? This is a lot harder to write on than I thought. What is your start? Let's zoom it in, right? What is your starting point? Now, this is important for many reasons, because not everybody obviously has the same starting point, and everybody has different body shapes and different goals. Based on their body shapes, that was going to influence maybe where your starting point should actually begin. So let's just say, for talking's sake, that your goal is to, everyone's goal tends to be the same, right? It tends to be lose fat and build lean muscle, i.e. body recomp. Most people's goal is actually body recomp, and they don't realise that that is what they're after, because when it comes to weight loss, most people think they want to lose weight, when actually what you want to do is lose fat. Losing fat and losing weight are two very different things. They're not very different, but they're different. So weight loss is where you are simply losing weight on the scale. You're just wanting to lose weight off of your body in general. However, that can be achieved through just going on a calorie deficit and adding in cardio, or doing cardio. There's no need for weights in there if your goal is simply just to lose weight, i.e. become a smaller version of the shape you already are. However, if your goal is fat loss, i.e. you want to be lean and have a nice like muscle tone underneath, which is what most people are after when you say I want to be toned. Being toned is not weight loss. Like I said, weight loss is you just becoming a smaller version of the shape you already are. Being toned is having muscle mass underneath the fat that you lose and giving you a nice shape. So body recomp is where we lose the fat and we keep the muscle, giving us a nice like toned look, which is what you're probably after. So your starting point, let's just say there's two starting points, right? Say you are someone that has a bit more body fat to lose. I don't know why I'm making you look like a snowman. And then say you're someone that doesn't have as much body fat to lose. If you have a higher body fat, you can afford to go on a larger calorie deficit, and you will be able to lose obviously more weight than someone who has less body fat. Someone who has a higher body fat probably wants to do a medium to large calorie deficit, as in you could probably get away with a 500 calorie deficit, whereas someone who is not got as much body fat to lose but just wants to lean out a bit more for summertime, maybe in the skinny fat category, do you know, that way where you're kind of, you need a bit more muscle mass and you're not fat, you're not skinny, you're just kind of, you don't really have a shape. This person just wants to go on a small calorie deficit, maybe like 200-300 calories, or maintenance, depending on how much fat you actually have to lose. Okay, so this person here, which is where I would put myself postpartum, okay, where I've never really had a lot of body fat to lose. I've kind of been in the part where I've had a bit of fluff, like postpartum or something like that. What I would do, this does not apply to postpartum if you're breastfeeding, right? So forget the postpartum part. But if you're someone that only has a smaller percentage of body fat to lose, I would go on a calorie deficit of 200 to 300 calories, okay? Whereas if you're someone here, you obviously can get up to, you know, a good 500 calorie deficit, because your body's going to use the excess fat as energy. So you are okay to go a bit more aggressive with the cutting of the calories. Now, this person here is obviously not going to lose as much weight as this person because they don't have as much to lose in the first place. So your starting point, depending if you're person A or person B, work out what your calorie deficit should be. Now, what you can do is go online and find a macro calculator, and it will tell you roughly what your calories should be. You can also go onto the likes of my app. I'm going to use my app for reference here because it has a lot of the features that I'm going to talk about, but is it by no means me saying you have to get my app. You should get my app because it would save you all this trouble, but you know, I'm going to use it for reference so I can put it on the screen. So for example, on my app, you go onto the calorie calculator, you can then pick which meals you want to obviously have more calories in, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and how to like spread them out throughout the day kind of evenly or based on your own preferences. From there, you could then obviously want to build your meal plan. But getting a starting point of your calories. Now, calorie calculators are just for reference and they are for a start point. If you kind of get to a point where you think, actually, I could do with a wee bit more food here or a wee bit less, that's up to you based on your own body, and you can kind of figure that out as you go. But as a start point, if you have no clue where to start, no idea how much you're currently eating, you need to work that out so that you can actually find the starting point of your fat loss phase. Okay, so from there you want to be realistic with, okay, how much body fat do I actually want to lose, or how many pounds am I trying to lose? Let's just say person here could probably lose about 12 pounds in 12 weeks if you have excess fat. Let's just say 1 pound per week. However, this person here might only lose half a pound a week, okay? 0.5 per week. I am not left-handed. And that might be more realistic. You might find that, oh, I actually lost 6 pounds in the lead up to summer, and that's all I really needed to lose, especially if you have a bit of muscle mass underneath. Now that we've established which person you are, you've worked out your calories, and then you've set yourself a goal based on that, and your time frame is 12 weeks. You then need to say, okay, I need to sort out my food, and how am I going to stick to it over 12 weeks is going to be enjoyable, so that I don't feel like I'm on a diet and I'm just going to crash and burn. This is where people go so wrong, because this part you're like, okay, well, I've worked it all out, let me just buy fat-free this and protein crisps and protein bars and crap. Now these things have a place. I personally enjoy a protein shake a day because I put it in my coffee in the morning. That is as much as I take in terms of the processed dieting world. Your diet needs to be full of real damn food. And I don't know how many times you'll need to be told this. You need to eat real food. Let's just get to this, okay? There's the goal. There's a plan. Let's do plan of action, right? Meal plan. Can you see this? No, you can't. Meal plan. You want to base it on your calories, so work out your calories and work out your protein. Roughly 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 130 pounds, aim for 130 grams of protein. Okay? I posted a video recently showing you what 100 grams of plant-based protein looks like just from protein foods alone, and then how you build on that to actually make your meals really simple, really easy, and then bump it up to about 120 grams of protein. It is not hard to hit your protein goal on a plant-based diet. Let's put it out there. Okay, so you've got your meal plan. Your meal plan is your calories and your protein goal, okay? From there, you want to build the most simple, easy to follow, realistic meal plan that you can follow. If it is too fancy, too complicated, it's all these recipes you've saved off TikTok and Instagram, but you just don't have the time to make them, it's unrealistic and you're not going to stick to it. Also, with that being said, on the other side of that, if you're just trying to like eat the lowest calorie food possible and you just kind of disregard this and you think, I'm just going on a 1,000 calorie diet, I'm going to eat salads and protein bars and hope for the best, you're also going to fail. The best way to do this and make it sustainable is to do it the right way. And 12 weeks is plenty of time for you to actually see a difference before summertime. So, meal plan. Personally, I like to eat the same food pretty much every single day. It has also been shown in a study that I think you can lose up to 40% more body fat by following a really simple plan of eating the same food every day, or the same meals every day. So same breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks every single day. Now, that's not for everyone, but does it make your life a hell of a lot easier? Yes, it does. And what I would say is this is the beauty of meal prep. So I personally only meal prep here and there when it suits me, because sometimes, you know, I have the time to be a bit more out there. I would personally either find a meal plan that's already made, for example on my app. The style of this is meal prep style. Okay, if you meal prep, you are organised. And if we are organised, we're going to eat those meals and stick to it. We're going to stick to it because you've made the meals and they are there. So, you're going to get your meal plan. It's going to be meal prep style. You're going to prep for 3 days at a time. Your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your snacks. And you're going to do that twice a week. And you're just going to stick to it. And it's going to become second nature, and it's going to give you an idea, okay, this is what portion size actually looks like, this is what a plate is supposed to look like. So following a meal plan that's already made can just take away the guesswork for you. Food decision noise is such a thing. Constantly thinking about what to make for breakfast, what to make for lunch, what to make for dinner. Does everybody else want to eat it? I need to go to the shops, I need to try this recipe. Going to just cut it all out and make your life easy and follow a meal plan that's meal prep style and just follow it. Just stick to it and make the meals and just eat them on repeat. And if they're meals that you genuinely like, you're going to stick to it. I eat the same food all the time because I genuinely enjoy it. It helps. So, you're going to find a meal plan, such as my summer one. You're going to prep the meals and you're going to have 1 or 2 little like sweet treats or wee things in your cupboard that you actually like. Because what we're going to do is the 80-20 approach. and that is your diet should be made up 80% of whole foods, real food, the proteins, the fats, the carbs, all the rest of it, the meal prep, but you need about a 20% for just when you just need a bit of chocolate. And when you just have a wee date night next week, or you just fancied, you know, it doesn't have to be super strict and super 1000%, because the point is we're trying to make this a lifestyle and make it realistic. So if we have a little 20%, even though the meals in my meal plans are things like blueberry muffin baked oats, tiramisu baked oats, yogurt bowls, noodles that taste like you got them from the Chinese, and actually our summer meal plan has a serving of chocolate in the evening with your herbal tea, just to keep you going and just to tick you over, because I can't live without chocolate. I can't do it, and I know a lot of you are the same. Now that we've established the nutrition, you've found your starting point, you've worked out what your kind of weight loss, fat loss goal is, you've found your meal plan based on your calories and your protein, you've built it around that or adjusted it, because on my app, for example, you can work out your calories and your macros, and then whenever you put recipes into your own meal plan, it will adjust them to fit your calories and macros. Smart, I know. I'm literally making it as easy as possible for you so that you can have your hot girl summer, right? It's not rocket science. And then you've prepped the meals and organised them. They're sitting in your fridge, ready to go for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then you've got your wee sweet treats for when you just think, you know what, I actually fancied a wee square of chocolate tonight watching The Punisher, because that's what we're currently watching. No, we're not. We're watching Daredevil. Anyway, number 2, the workouts. If your goal is body recomp, you need to have lean muscle mass and lose body fat, and we're going to do that in 2 ways. Number 1, the gym. Lift weights. Like I've said before, cardio and cutting your calories shrinks you down to the shape you already are. Lifting weights determines what shape you shrink down to. Will I say it again? Cardio and calories shrink you down, but lifting weights determines what shape you shrink down to. Lifting weights anywhere from 3 to 4 times per week. Follow a structured plan. Follow a structured workout plan, okay? A real structured plan that you know exactly what you're doing week in, week out. There is no point in following random workouts on Instagram if you're new to the gym and you don't have a clue how to put a workout plan together. Obviously, if you're down the line and you know what to do and you think, actually I really fancy this style of workout, and you can build your own workout plan, that's absolutely fine. But I'm talking to the people that have no clue. They have absolutely no clue. So find a structured workout plan. For example, I have one that's just launching and it's on the summer plan, and it is 4 days per week. We have a home version and a gym version, and it's 4 workouts, 2 upper bodies, 2 lower bodies, and it's broken down into different phases as well. So over the course of 12 weeks, you switch your phases over 3 blocks so that we're constantly changing and progressing and pushing and being able to actually see change. Brings me to the next point. Progressive overload. Progressive overload. Progressive overload. Progressive overload. Progressive overload is where you're doing more than you did last time. And if you're not doing that, you're not going to push your body to change. So you don't have to do more weight all the time if you can't. But the goal is to increase the weight. If you can't increase the weight, increase the number of reps. If you can't increase the number of reps, increase the number of sets. This is all explained in my app. I have documents and educational videos, so I'm not going to go into it past this because it's literally in my program. I have coaching videos explaining why we're lifting weights, why women should lift weights. I go through your structured plan and break it down as to why we're doing the 3 phases that we're doing, and I talk about progressive overload, what the heck is it and how to actually do it. Then from here, we need to make this non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Non-neg. i.e. your workouts need to be scheduled into your life like it's your job, okay? Because if you do not pick out the days that you're going to go to the gym, you're literally just going to say, oh, I'll go tomorrow, oh, I'll go tomorrow, I'll go tomorrow. And before you know it, half the week's gone and you've not done any workouts. I want you to get your diary out, your whiteboard out, your laptop out, your phone out, whatever it is, and say, okay, realistically, I can go to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Pick your days and plot them in your schedule and go on those days, and then you go off the plan and not your mood. I don't care if you're tired, I don't care if you are working late, I don't care if you can't be bothered, I don't care if it's sunny outside. If you've picked your days, stick to your days and make it non-negotiable. And that's how you actually be consistent, because if you're just going to go off of when you feel like it, you're not going to go. And then to facilitate our fat loss phase, we're going to have a step goal. Now, if you currently have a step goal, or you have an average number of steps you do a day, I want you to add 20%. My maths isn't very good here, but let's just say you currently do, let's just do this part, right? Steps. Hot mum walk, hot girl walk, hot dog walk, hot take your pram a walk, take your boyfriend a walk, take your mum walk, take your gran a walk, don't care. Take yourself a walk. A brisk walk. And try and aim for a step goal. Now, do you get up in the morning and go your walk? Do you split it up over the day and you go on your lunch break, and then you also go after work, PM? Do you add it into the end of your workouts and go on the treadmill? Just increase your overall movement by 20%. If you currently do 8,000 steps, I want you now doing 10. If you do 10, I want you doing 12. I know that's not exact, right? But roughly, that's what you want to be doing. Find your starting point, work out your fat loss goal, get your meal plan, work out your calories and your protein, build that meal plan, meal prep, stick to the meals, have a wee bit of sweet treat in the cupboard, but nothing too extreme. Lift weights 3 to 4 times a week and make it non-negotiable. Learn what a structured plan is and what progressive overload is. You can get this all on my app. Literally all there for you, and you just have to follow it. Then increase our overall movement by 20% through your steps, or a step master, or a bike, or whatever, but some form of steady state cardio that allows you to burn a bit more throughout the day. Hi gorgeous girl! Mummy's telling people how to be their best selves. What do you think? What's your idea? Pardon? You want some bread? Okay, everybody loves bread. Don't cut bread out either. Don't cut carbs. Don't cut out things. It's not how it works, is it? We love bread. We love bread. Okay. That's as simple as it gets. That's as simple as it gets. And if you want it all literally handed to you on a silver platter, and all you have to do is implement it into your life over the next 12 weeks, come and join my summer challenge. Come and join the summer challenge and be nice, fit, healthy mummies for their babies. We'll go get some. Okay, let's go.